Hey everyone, how's it going? So today's video is another video in my college advice series for incoming freshmen. So this one is going to be all about your class life. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing that I want to mention is that university and college is really different than high school. So essentially, you go to high school and all your way through school. If you're not going to private school, it's free. It's free education. But then you go to college or university and you start paying for your education. So that's basically the biggest difference between high school and university. Obviously, it's the most obvious one. But with that being said, you're paying for this education, so you're going to want to do your best and get your money's worth. And in the end, you want to hopefully come out with a degree or a diploma or something like that. So that is, I just wanted to touch on the biggest difference there. And college and university is the way that you're going to obtain a career or a job for the rest of your life. So you definitely want to take it seriously and just do the best that you can. So in relation to that as well, the workload is definitely more heavy in college and university than it is in high school. And I have a whole video on that, just talking about my college workload and things like that. So definitely go ahead and check that out. I'll probably link it in the description as well. And there are also a lot more readings and a lot more textbook work in university than in high school. In high school, you might have gotten away with not even touching a textbook, but in university or college, it really is beneficial to get your textbooks and read the material, because a lot of classes, the lecturers don't cover a lot of the stuff in the book, and they leave that to you to do on your own time. So make sure that you are kind of boned up on your reading skills, and you can just sit down and read through a textbook for a couple hours at a time, because you will eventually have to get used to that. So involving your class life, the major difference between high school and university or college now will be that you have professors, and you can also refer to them as teachers as well, but they are a little bit different than your just regular high school teacher. So you really want to make a good impression with them. That's my advice. But because usually in college and university, if you're in just a general entry class, there can usually be up to 1 to 200 people in a class. So essentially you're in a big amphitheater and there's 200 people in there, and to your professor that's just standing down at the bottom by himself, you are just another face in the crowd to them. So you definitely want to make a good impression with them, meet with them, get to know them, and that will help, obviously, in the future if you ever have to come to them with references and things like that. So you also want to make sure you go to class. That's the biggest tip that I have for you as well. You want to make an effort to go, because attendance isn't mandatory in college and university, but it is expected that you do go. You're paying money for this. You want to go and get all the information that you can. In some classes, they do have participation marks, which your attendance accounts for as well. So make sure you go to class. And it will happen some days that you're either sick, or maybe it's just a review class and you think you know all the things that you need to know, but don't make a habit of not going to class, because it will eventually hurt you in the long run. So the last thing that I want to touch on is just your textbooks. So you may have heard this before, but what I really suggest is that you don't buy your textbooks before you go to your first class. So attend your first class, see what textbooks you need, because a lot of the times the textbooks may be the same, by the same authors and everything, but they'll just change the edition. So they might add a picture or change a couple words, and bam, they have a new textbook, and your teacher or your professor is using that one now, and the old edition isn't going to work. So make sure you don't buy your books before, because then you'll just save money in the long run. If you can also buy used, that also helps save money as well. Textbooks depending on the class, can run anywhere from $20 to $200 to $300. So you got to make sure that what you're getting is the right one and is going to get you where you need to be. There's also usually things at the end of the year, like a textbook sellback or a buyback, where you can sell them back to your campus bookstore where you bought them from, and they'll also give you some money for that as well. So definitely take advantage of that if you don't think that you can sell your books and get a higher price, because usually they do offer you a little bit less than what you would get if you just sold it used to another student. And the last thing that I just want to say with regards to textbooks is just about online codes. So a lot of the times with a textbook you get an online code that goes allows you to log in to maybe like an ebook. You can view your books on there. You can do assignments on that as well, and it kind of records your progress that teachers use as well. So you definitely want to take that into consideration if you're going to pay $60 or $70 just for a code, and you have you see a used book on your school's website or something for like $70 as well. So $70 for the book, $70 for the code. That's $140 right there just for a used book and a new access code. But if it's in your bookstore for $130, then you might as well go ahead and buy the book brand new with the access code, and it's like $10 cheaper. So you do have to weigh your options like that. That did happen to me a couple times, and I did get them cheaper by just buying new instead of buying them separately. So that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to touch on class life briefly. I will have more videos on this eventually, and stay tuned for my next video in this series where I talk about the social life. So thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description as well on this video, and a slide at the end for all my links to my website and everything like that. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.